So hi guys, this is Chris from DoraHacks. We are on live right now, so we can start from here. So I'm gonna be the host for today's project demo session. Very happy to host you guys today. So this is another BNB Revelation Hackathon project demo session. So a little bit background intro. The Revelation Hackathon is actually the first hackathon after BNB Chain rebranding its name, and they have put lots of efforts into this hackathon, lots of resources, invited lots of mature projects and institution for this hackathon as judges and sponsors. So it is a great opportunities for projects like you guys who want to grow in the BNB chain ecosystems, and get more exposure and notice from and attentions from major players in the Web3 and also the BNB chain. Yeah, so don't be too nervous and just relax and try to do your best for the project demo session. And remember, guys, you have 10 to 12 minutes to present, so just try to focus on the most important parts. And we can start right now. We have 5 projects today with us. The DAOrayaki, tokenized impact bonds, CryptoLens, proof of story protocol, and Forart.ai. We can invite the first project for today's project demo session to start, which is DAOrayaki.
Yes, Charles. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Okay. Can you clear it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. DAOrayaki co-founder. I'm very glad to introduce and share my project DAOrayaki with you. DoraHacks is a decentralized media that is autonomous by readers, researchers, and founders. Why we want to build a D-media? We know now the media has changed from the representing public interest to being controlled by a few of shareholders or interest growth. Also, it is difficult to ensuring the fair and truthful of news. What happens is it is related a few people control media platform and the separation of readers, writers, and founders. The media is a place for the people free expression of view and the communication of the most truthful information. If it controlled by a few people, it will immediately become a place for a resource contest. Therefore, it is very important, we think, it is very important to build a fully function decentralized media that represent the view of the community and is governed by the community. So we build a D-media, but how to build a D-media? Actually, there is no clear and successful case to learn from. So we firstly define a D-media and believe that a fully functional D-media should include 3 aspects as the picture shown: co-function, edge function, extend function. The co-function is very important and necessary for the media platform. The edge function stress absence, so for the media should keep and continue to use it. The extend function can freely choose between decentralization and absence. We call it content governance or decentralized iterary board. DAOrayaki has been gradually practice these functions. The features of media decide it is governance mechanism. Therefore, when we build the media, we use value voting based on the Forart.ai mechanism and non-monetary governance tokens. DAOrayaki doesn't adopt a purely Forart.ai mechanism because it is a zero-sum game and not friendly for user participation. So we use the DAO-based Forart.ai mechanism. This is DAOrayaki governance skill. Every layer, every layer represent your reputation, contribution, and governance power. DAOrayaki token is Yaki ID. It is a governance token. Yaki ID with Forart.ai mechanism, it not only guarantees the voting value, but also delivers a high quality participating community. Following our definition of DAOrayaki, now we implement these functions such as decentralized funding. DAOrayaki decentralized funds researchers from all over the world to conduct research, translation, and analysis. From in February last year until last year October, we spend 9 months proving this model available. And now, how to say, we try to decentralize the iterary board. Except decentralized creation, now we try to decentralize the topic planning and revolve research, production, marketing is a ground model based on the Forart.ai mechanism. If you have a good idea, you can study the production market purpose, and the community will fund it through the market. How to treat production market is a betting model based on the Forart.ai mechanism. We bet on the value and how to trade articles. DAOrayaki also holds the bounties program as a way of encouragement to the community members, such as articles and products and community code program. Since the function of DAOrayaki, community achieved this goals. In the first phases of DAOrayaki, we formed a distributed network of contributors, covered more than 1,000 topics, and published more than 300 original articles. In the second phase of DAOrayaki, we launched a governance mechanism, protocol, and a decentralized editorial board. Except this, we also launched these tools. This is DAOrayaki website, a research market, how to trade market, and media platform. This is our governance from Discord community. About DAOrayaki market strategy is mainly completed through sub-circulation functions. Next, in addition to expanding the market through exciting functions, we will focus on the media infrastructure construction. This is our core team members from community. This is our roadmap. We hope to immediately achieve or follow function the media platform. If you are also interested in the media, welcome to join DAOrayaki. That's all. Thanks. Cheers.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, DoraHacks team, for the presentation. Yeah. So let's see if our judges have any questions for the DoraHacks. Ver, nice to see you again. Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm having like connectivity issues, so I was on and off for most of that call. I'll have to just catch it on the replay.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I guess we can move to the next project today. But again, thank you very much, DAOrayaki team, for the presentation.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. And we can welcome the next project today, which is the tokenized inbound impact bond.
Hi, Chris. Thank you for the introduction. I'll just share my screen momentarily. Yeah. Hi. Is everyone able to see and hear?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, Tokenized Impact Bonds is a blockchain for good project. We're trying to disrupt a lot of the inefficiencies that are there in the social services sector today. So, one of the main problems, a few of the main problems that we've identified with social services today is that the systems are typically highly centralized. Large philanthropic contributions usually come from large donors and primarily through institutions. This, in some cases, can lead to donors exercising undue influence on the organizations that provide these social services. The other challenge that we face is a lack of accountability. There is a lack for scalable tracking for the use of donation funds and the outcomes that arise from this. Once a grant is approved for an organization, the organization does not have much incentive to track the outcomes over extended periods of times. Collecting this data also gives us a macro timescale picture of how effectively resources can be utilized. The other issue is that in social services financing is that it comes with a lot of a very high risk endeavor, and it usually comes with a lot of risk to the donors as a lot of counterparty risk to the donors, which includes misuse of fund, frauds, and ineffective use of resources. So, to revolutionize the social services space, public and private sector initiatives had started impact bonds as a as an outcome-based contracts that use private funding from investors to cover the upfront capital required and provide and deliver the social services. So there are typically two types of impact bonds in the market, two common types of impact bonds in the market today, which is the social impact bond, which is a pay for success contract, which primarily focuses on social outcomes and passes on savings from the bond guarantor to the investors of the interventions. Similarly, we also have development impact bonds that are analogous to SIBs, and they utilize a performance-based instrument intended to finance development programs in low-resource countries. How social impact bonds work is typically a commissioner brokers a contract to buy out risk investors who invest in an intervention through service providers. Once the service provider delivers the services to the target population, an independent evaluator evaluates whether these interventions have been effective and the social services was effectively delivered. Upon evaluating the effectiveness of the interventions, the outcome funders buy out the risk capital, the risk principal, and a return to the risk investors for their contribution to the interventions and services. So currently, the challenges with these sort of structures is that they typically have a high cost barrier. Only bond guarantors with deep pockets are able to broker impact bonds and finance the outcomes that arise from social service providers and their interventions. They also require complex structures, and they come with a lot of overheads and are this at large discourages donors and service providers to take this approach. It also incurs high monitoring costs, and traditional SIPs typically spend up to 15% of the bond value on monitoring and evaluation costs alone. The holdings of risk investors are typically illiquid and are not tradable on an open market, which can lead to locking up capital for long periods of time, which reduces incentives further for bond guarantors and risk investors. Impact bonds are also extremely time consuming and are not suitable for time bound interventions such as disaster relief impact bonds or climate impact bonds, climate disaster impact bonds, which typically require a narrower timeline. So we've tried to disrupt this model using our token economics. What we've tried to do is provide NFTs and fungible impact tokens and governance tokens to create a model that further incentivizes people to use more distributed pools for funding and to track the outcomes of the interventions. So the journey starts with the loot box. Excuse me, sorry. The journey starts with the loot box. A loot box is created. A loot box NFT is created to create a distributed pool of intervention funders. It is analogous to a treasure chest of NFTs for interventions made by social enterprises and the outcomes derived from it. Organizations issue the loot boxes to raise funds for their social services. They afterwards drop tokenized intervention and tokenized outcome reports as rewards for funds to the donors, as rewards for the funds raised by the donors. Donors purchase loot boxes to fund organizations and causes to get rewarded the NFTs. So the tokenized intervention reports are typically dropped when a social intervention is started from the funding raised through issuing loot boxes. Once this intervention report converts to an outcome, a tokenized outcome report is dropped to the outcome funders. At this point, an outcome funder buys out the risk capital plus a predetermined premium. These NFTs can later be deposited in the treasury to redeem governance tokens. When an outcome funder buys out an intervention from funded by a risk investor, they are rewarded a utility token known as the impact back token. It is a measure of the impact as it is minted in a 1:1 ratio of the dollar value of the intervention, and shows them how impact can be meaningfully measured on the blockchain. The governance tokens is the main fuel of the ecosystem as it uh, maintains the governance model and ensures that bad actors are not able to misuse the ecosystem of the DAO. DAO token holders can create boundaries to resolve social issues with the help of other stakeholders on the ecosystem. The governance tokens are also used to mint loot boxes, and a percentage of the total donations are paid as a fee in the governance token. The governance token can also be used for reputation management by enabling token holders to use weighted quadratic voting to audit and verify outcomes. As the tokenized outcome reports are deposited in the treasury to redeem governance tokens, the governance token eventually lands up becoming a reserve currency that is backed by NFTs of impactful social services. How we disrupt the current impact model is basically we create loot boxes for risk investors to buy, creating a more distributed pool of risk investors. Outcome funders who choose to directly buy out the outcomes can deposit their funds in an outcome pool, which creates a more distributed pool of outcome funders as well. The outcome funders are given an IBT, an impact back token, as an incentive for being outcome funders, while loot box holders get TIRs and DORs. Once the fundraise is done, the smart contracts release the funds to the service providers, and the service providers issue tokenized intervention reports or NFTs for each and every intervention that they deliver to a target population. Using data-driven external validation, we can lower the costs of interventions in some cases and even create incentive structures to leverage communities, volunteers, and beneficiaries to act as evaluators when feasible. When the intervention results in an outcome, the risk capital is bought out and the investor is paid the capital with a return, and the cycle continues further. So the current problems that we are solving with tokenized impact bonds is that we're reducing donor influence by using a distributed pool of donors. This prevents large donors from exercising undue influence, and it also spreads the risk for donors and allows them to invest in a basket of social services. It also helps us reduce this using a DAO also helps us reduce monitoring costs by leveraging the community driven initiatives and relying on external data-driven validation. Programming the right incentives can allow the DAO ecosystem to audit social services through community and external validation methods as well. Uh, by creating a tokenized version of impactful interventions, we can create a liquid market uh, for the impact investors. This is likely to attract more capital as it makes the asset class more liquid and reduces the lock-in period for investors when it is unfeasible for them. It also reduces reliance on trust as we can apply effective reputation management and automate a lot of the functionality using smart contracts when feasible, thus reducing the reliance on trust even further. The value chain that we create is building a robust community of altruists, bringing a large pool of donors to the DAO's ecosystem, provides the DAO members a means to establish their legitimacy and role in shaping the direction of society. It creates a consolidated database of effective and proven interventions and the outcomes that result from it. This gives service providers and donors a macro and micro perspective on how effectively one can utilize limited resources. Leveraging the privacy enhanced and censorship resistant nature of permissionless blockchains allows for organizations to have unchallenged control over their operations and funding and gives them the necessary autonomy to exercise their interventions. This also creates a Web3 native ESG ecosystem, providing an efficient way for donors to allocate resources with the most pragmatic approach to create impact, can create a Web3 native ecosystem for dApps and other Web3 projects to expand their ESG and CSR initiatives natively. We also create a digital asset from philanthropy, from social services. By tracking and recording social interventions and the effectiveness of their outcome, an asset backed by philanthropy is created and can be merged with other assets to create hybrid instruments, from in-game items to art to other forms of smart contracts powered by digital assets. So our roadmap for the foreseeable future is as follows. We look to start with our Web2 website first and create a whitelist and grow our community to start our loot box auctions. We will be creating our we'll be initially starting with the testnet to ensure that we can audit the security and safety of the contracts. And within the next 9 to 12 months, we plan to deploy ourselves on the mainnet. One second. Yeah. The allocation of tokens is as follows. 39% of the tokens are reserved in the treasury for impact NFT holders or TOR holders to deposit their NFTs in exchange for voting rights in the DAO. 30% is locked and vested with the team for over 5 years, and 21% is distributed amongst the investors and community, and 10% is given as an incentive to service providers to join our DAO and do their fundraisers through our loot box and NFT ecosystem. The fund utilizations would be through 63% would be spent on marketing to grow the community and build an ecosystem around our project. 21% will be spent in development, 10 on legal, and 6 on operations. This is an overview of our entire token economic model and our ecosystem. To start the process, we go to the top left corner of the flowchart. Loot box holders can buy loot boxes. Loot box purchasers can buy loot boxes through any of the three options. One way is to do it through DeFi Corpus funding pool. Essentially, it mirrors the Corpus funding model in traditional philanthropy, where funders can deposit funds into a pool and float the money. The cumulative returns from floating the capital is used is used to purchase the loot box in a particular cause area or for a particular organization, or the most effective and underrepresented social causes. The other way that donors can participate in the auction is to buy it using a Harburger taxed loot box. In this, the owner will be able to self-assess the value of the asset and pay a tax rate. This has anti-speculative properties and allows us to allocate our assets to more productive users. The third way is mutating third-party NFTs. We will be providing mutation vials that third-party NFT minters can integrate into their NFT and use it as a means to to voluntarily share revenue through capital gains or transaction tax. Once the funds are raised for organizations, causes, and other streams, the loot box, the organizations drop their intervention reports through a provably fair algorithm to the loot box holders. These TIR holders, tokenized intervention report holders, can then form guilds to further their goals in philanthropy and choose the way forward in terms of helping bring social interventions to the ecosystem at large. Once the once the evaluation protocols are able to confirm that an outcome has been achieved, a TIR converts to a TOR once an outcome is confirmed. The outcome funder is given an impact back token as a incentive, which can be used to mint NFTs, mint land in the metaverse, and leverage the database services of the DAO along with other services as well. The TOR holder can deposit their NFTs into the treasury to get governance tokens, which allows them to govern the entire DAO's ecosystem and start the cycle of fundraising by using the governance tokens to issue loot boxes. And this ends the presentation for tokenized impact bonds, and I would like to take any questions if there are any. Thank you. Hello?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Got it. Thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you very much, Chris, for the opportunity to present as well.
For sure. Yeah. So I got actually one questions for you. So I have seen that the token allocation, like the distribution of the token. So so that's 67% going to be used as marketing.
No, that's fund utilization.
Well, what is that?
It's fund utilization. So how we would utilize our funds. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Should I share the slide again in case you have any questions? Just one moment.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. So this is the fund utilization chart, and this is the token allocation chart. The token allocation.
Got it.
Right.
Got it. Cool. Yeah. Then all good. Yeah, I have no more questions.
Okay. Are there any other questions from the judges?
Yeah, I don't think I think somehow the verb has disconnected, but yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, but anyways, thank you very much for the.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for allowing me to present. Have a good day. Good luck to everybody else.
You too. Yeah. And right now we can invite the CryptoLand team to present. Yeah, feel free to start.
Hello, Chris. This is Muthu Selvan from CryptoLand, and I'm going to present you straight away with the pitch deck. Just a moment. Is the screen visible?
Yep.
Okay. So we are building an open world metaverse game in a AAA quality graphics. And the crypto land is all about owning a virtual land and building properties and engaging in social activities. And more than that, we have a option of playing games like battle royale, soccer, basketball, cricket, and other sports game. And the crypto land model is like a free to play game, player versus player. And played most of the metaverse games has like unsustainable ecosystem and usage of secondary token, which dumps the primary and secondary token value. And both the value gets depreciated when they gets used by the more users, and they get dumped more often day by day. Another thing is like there is a lack of players, and our solution is like using a traditional fee model. When you play, we get a certain percentage from the players to be paid for the team and also the landowners, and in-game token which won't be like trading outside the game, which will be only solely used inside the game, and will be in a perfect ratio of 1:100 with our native token. And also a systemic reward system to engage all users, and a variety of games to engage most of the players. And this is some of the environments we use inside the metaverse world. And this is the NFTs which will be having inside the metaverse world. We will be having ammunition guns, apartment cities, and the stadiums also. Whichever the NFTs the user are owning, they will get a part of fee that is played on their land. Okay, this is the ecosystem. When a player comes into our metaverse, they have an option of like freely roaming inside the metaverse and engaging in social activities, which has the free pass, and also doing a treasure hunt, which is an engaging part to bring in more users to find the reward through the treasure hunt. And another thing is people can own their lands and build on their properties, or can buy a pre-built properties, and they can create an event in the property and get a sponsor for conducting an event, also post ad on their banners in their properties to get a passive income from the reward. Also whenever player gets play is like playing in their owned land, they get a 10%, up to 10% commission from the game played on their land. Other thing is like coming to a game part, initially we are building a battle royale which has the most players and engaging part in the game. So we are building a metaverse game with a battle royale where people can compete with each other, and with our native land token, and get a reward through the playing the game. And the market opportunity is like predicted to be 1 trillion by the end of 2025. So we will be having a good opportunity to catch the market in the metaverse market alone. So these are the core features. Like inside the metaverse, we'll be having, as I said, owning the properties, building events, free roam, treasure hunt, playing games, seasonal and NFT apparels inside the game. So players, whenever they win a match, they get a legendary box or a rare box where a user can get items like apparels, gun skins, which they can choose to trade outside the game. And the NFT part is pre-built house, apartment, shops, park, casino, stadiums. Everything is like an NFT which we can buy or sell and use inside the game also. And the event is like creating an event, parties, and meetings, expo, and enjoying the virtual experience. And coming to the game part, we will be having multiple games. Initially, as I said, we will be having a shooting game, and going forward, we'll be implementing the soccer, basketball, and also indoor game, racing game, and other sports game also. And coming to the free roam part, this is like a free to play. User can come inside the metaverse and experience the true AAA game in the blockchain. They can do the treasure hunt inside the forest, mountain. They don't have any idea where will the treasure be. They can simply roam here and there, and they can instantaneously find a treasure. And whenever they find a treasure, they can hold all the tokens or any sponsored project token or NFT items, whichever they find it, they own everything. And reward system is like we will be having a truly a native utility token as a land token, which will be used inside the game as well as to trade the marketplace. And we are planning also to implement the MetaHuman, which is recently announced in Unreal Engine, which has a more intense graphics, and also the facial features and expressions are mostly like a natural in the MetaHuman part, which is released on the Unreal Engine 5. We are testing with that. And these are some of the in-game items and skins which we can use to play and also earn. Okay, so this is the revenue model. The landowner gets the 10% share from the games played on their own land. So if like I'm playing a land which the Chris owns, like I'm playing a shooting game which the area covers the land of the Chris owning the NFT land. He gets a 10% of the game revenue which made on that particular game, and also the 10% will be going to the team. Trading NFT apparels and skins are some of the revenue models which will be like a part of a playing game. Finding treasure is another part of generating revenue, and also creating an event and posting ads is also another part of revenue. So these are some of the land token utilities. Playing in-game uh, token is like MC token, which will be in the ratio of 100:1. So one token of land token is equal to 100 MC token, which will be calculated and will be fixed on this ratio only. And coming to the metaverse, everything will be traded on the land token only, and also the NFT part and reward part, everything will be on the land token. So it has multiple utilities inside the metaverse. So these are some of the tokenomics we have designed. Our total supply is 1 billion, and our initial circuiting supply will be just over 32 million. So this is the vesting schedule. The seed sale, we have the private sale and public sale, which covers like a 10 uh, about to 15 to 20 percentage of the token, and also the listing and liquidity part 3%. Staking and play to earn reward is 35%, which is the highest percent which we have allocated for the game. Founder and team, we have 10%. The ecosystem part, we have 10%, and company reserve 16.125%. Marketing part 10%. So our roadmap, we are like designing this game way far than we have listed here. Just we have started our community and growing the community since our initial build on Q3 of 2021, and since now we have reached the releasing of an environment build which is live on our GitHub. User can check the environment build, and we are working on the shooting game part, which will be releasing in a couple of days from now. This is our core team members. We have like a 9 to 15 team members. In that we have 8 core members who are senior blockchain developers, backend developers, game developers, Unreal Engine developers, to CTO and other people who are working under these core members. We have like a whole bunch of team building this game. And thank you. I'll show a screen of gameplay. Just a moment. So as you can see, this is our shooting game, and the metaverse world which we have developed and working with. So if I'm playing this game and killing a opponent, it gives me a 10 token as a reward. If I lose in a match, I'll be losing a 10 to 8 coins. So in that, the landowner, if the landowner owns this park, means he gets 10% of the winning amount, and also the team gets the 10% of the winning amount. Okay, this is the short gameplay. I'll just stop the pitching. So you can ask me any questions if you have.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much, CryptoLand team, for the presentation. Definitely looks
Thank you.
very legit. Yeah. So personally, I don't have too much questions for the project, but yeah, looking forward to see how it goes in the future.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you very much. And we can jump to the next project today, which is the Forart.ai.
Hey, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Hank.
How are you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Yeah, feel free to start when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Here we go. Share screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Well, hi everyone. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, probably for some of you guys, and good evening wherever you are. So my name is Hank Lee. I am the CMO from Forart.ai, and our slogan: "Create to earn and socialize to earn." So we are the first AI-powered social NFT platform. Okay, so I'm going to dive into this. So three missions from us. So first of all, NFT creation, popularization. Well, if you talk to your friends around you, probably I would say the majority of your friends, if they are not in this industry, they probably heard NFT before, but they probably can. The majority of them cannot tell what NFT is. So our platform really provides an opportunity for everyone to dive into NFT creation, NFT trading, NFT communities. So I will show you the process, the details later, but this is one of our most important missions. And secondly, enhance NFT social attributes. What do we mean by this? Well, most of the platforms or NFT projects currently in this industry, I would say they are lack of social attributes on their platform. Usually, majority of the projects focus on NFT creation, minting, and trading. But the social attribute usually it is done through social media, which is a third party platform. So for Forart.ai, we're going to integrate the social attribute on our own platform. And thirdly is AI-powered artistic creation. I will show you guys later. Okay, so these are the 3 missions from us. Okay, this is the roadmap how you can do a co-NFT on our platform. And once again, I'm going to show you on Forart.ai. Okay. So what do we mean? What do we mean by AI-powered SaaS service? Okay, so AI-powered, there are 2 areas on our platform. First of all, fusion of different NFTs. So we use neural style transferring tag to combine different NFT artworks to generate a new one. Okay, so basically you can provide 2 totally different NFT artworks or images, and you can just upload them on our platform. You would be able to get a new NFT artwork. Okay. Secondly, AI generating NFTs. So what do we mean by this? So if you would like to get an NFT artwork from your let's say from your text or your speech, you can just type down the description, and our platform will help you to generate an NFT artwork. So that's the second part of our of the AI powered SaaS service we provide. And thirdly, we provide NFT infrastructure. So basically, it's a one-stop service. We provide NFT minting, launching, staking, farming. So once again, it's a one-stop service. You can do everything on our platform. It's an open circle. Okay. Co-NFT. So what is co-NFT? Well, so we work with our artists and also and their fans and NFT enthusiasts. So basically, artist creates the trains library. I will show you guys later, but this is the process. So then our platform users or the fans from these artists would be able to create or co-create NFT artworks from the trades which are created by the artists. Okay, and also after the creation and minting, all the NFTs will be launched on multiple marketplaces to trade. Okay, let's move on. A social NFT. That, as I mentioned, so we are a platform provides social NFTs in our community. So after the NFT co-NFTs are created and launched, we will publish the news and share the news in our social community. Fans would be able to interact with the news. They can donate, they can like, they can trade NFT with FTA tokens and comments, and essentially rank the NFT artworks in our community. And also, since we manage this community with the fans, so we are able to display so the NFT owner are able to display the NFT avatar, which is authenticated by the platform. Okay, so this is social NFT. DAPP. Well, this part I'm going to show you guys how the process is co-NFT and minting. Okay, so so this is our first co-NFT. As you can see, it is already been created. So our first official DAPP was released before the end of last month, so April 22nd, and after the 2000 shortly after the 2000 hyperteam artworks were created. Okay, they were created by more than 1,000 creators. Okay, I just want to show you the process. Once again, it's already been created, but I just want to show you the process. So if you were able to create, so you can just choose the attributes which were created by artists. Okay, so you can choose different parts of the hyperteam and create your own NFT artwork. Okay, so I'm going to just choose show you guys the process and how this is done. Okay, so you can choose once again different elements to create the NFT artwork. Okay. Diamond bud. Okay, and hand. So different elements can be chosen. Then once again, it's already been created. So now we cannot really create it, but that's the process. But you are more than welcome to mint. So we are, give me 1 second. Let's go to mint. So we are in the process of minting the 2000 hyperteam artworks. As you can see, so we launched this minting process at the very beginning of this month. So just last week. So currently 62 of them have been minted, and we sincerely welcome you guys to join us to enjoy the minting. Okay, so this is our DAPP. Okay, so these are the token values. So there are mainly four different parts. Token can be used to donate, to like, and also they are used for governance and reward, and of course they can be used for trade and burn, and also pay our platform SaaS fee. Okay, so these are the main values of our token. Okay, so we've joined the Solana Reptile Hackathon in Asia, and we came out in the 4th place. We also joined the Binance MVB program. Okay. So currently we are in the seed round, and we've already we've already got Big Brain Holdings and also Cello Starter on board as our early investors. Okay. So this is our team. Once again, my name is Hank, and I am the CMO. We have our Devin as our CTO, and Jason is a CEO. So one thing I do want to share with you guys. We are a team, come with obviously different backgrounds, but the technical background is where we shine. Okay, so before we started this project, both Devin and Jason have joined a couple of different projects, and they are really the experts at the AR image algorithm area. Okay, so that's our team. We have our advisor from Europe. He is the founder of Cello Starter and Devin's Heavens. Okay, this is our roadmap. So our project was kicked off last year in Q3. Currently, we have launched the co-NFT function on Solana mainnet, and also the SmartNet contract has been deployed on Avalanche testnet. Okay, so this is our roadmap. And after, you can see in Q2 this year, after the 2000 hyperteam get minted, it will be launched on for public sale. Okay, so profit model, mainly 4 different channels. AI kits gas fee, that's number 1, and also NFT collection sales revenue. We also have fees on SaaS API services and also the co-NFT royalties. Okay, so these are the profit model. And before I end this presentation, I also would like to share you our license, which is, give me 1 second. Okay. DPainter. So DPainter is the unique admin ticket for Forart.ai. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so we have a limited number of 10,000. So basically, let's answer this first. So what is DPainter? DPainter is really the admin ticket to Forart.ai. As you can see, the total number will be 10,000. So with this ticket or with this license, you would be able to unlock different functionalities on our platform. So DPainter has different categories and as well as different levels. So only the holders of DPainters are eligible to participate, and the higher level of your painter, the more let's say the more fun you would be able to enjoy on our platform. So you would be able to create, you would be able to enjoy yourself in our social communities. So once again, please do join us. So we are still in the process of creating DPainter. So I sincerely invite you guys to join the creation process, and you would get the license to our platform. Okay, I believe that's everything from my side, unless you guys have any questions for me.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Hank, for the presentation. Personally, I don't have questions for your projects. I'm pretty familiar with it already. And yeah, originally we expect few judges to join that session and ask a few questions for the projects, but unfortunately they didn't show up somehow for some reasons. Yeah, but the process gonna be the demo session gonna be showed to them. Every judge is gonna go through every project who present in the demo sessions, and they're gonna provide comments or vote for the projects that they like. Yeah. So let's wait and see how it goes for the results.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hank, for this presentation, and also thanks all 3 projects that just did the presentation before. You guys all did a very great job, and hopefully you guys could keep building and achieve good results and perform pretty good in the future. Yeah,
thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you very much, guys.
Take care. See you. Bye.
For sure. Yeah. Hope you guys.
Thanks to the BNB and DoraHacks team as well. Thank you, everyone.
For sure.